Hey everyone, I'm Elsie Gamer, and welcome back to Deathmark. And, well, we are here, back in the Hotel Masquerade, to face off against the spirit one final time, I think. I'll go back inside Masquerade.
Sensei.
A voice calls from the darkness, as if it was waiting for me. What are you telling me to do?
Akai ito. Miru.
Sure. The top floor in the room of masks. The top floor. The 6th floor was listed on the guide, but it was impossible to reach. You'll be waiting. Red Riding Hood's figure melts slightly into the elevator. Melts silently. Okay, so... As she does, the elevator display begins blinking on and off, erratically. The combination. You know it, don't you, sir? Her voice reverberates through the elevator. So she's telling me to go to her. But this combination, what in the world could that be? Okay, Red Riding Hood. Okay. So... The information on... Damon says something odd. Breaker. Echo's testimony. Okay, so... It has to do with the pictures here. Painting is clearly out of place among them. Masquerade wife. Wearing a wedding gown. Okay. So... We have quite a bit of to do here, don't we? Gazing at a man. Okay. Let's go up. And this is the one with the cane. Okay. This one is... Oh. Right. Ha 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 ha. I can't get past. Go up. And it sends me back to 3rd floor. So let's use the elevator. The spirit vanished into the elevator. Must be able to use the elevator to get to the top floor then. And the floor display began to blink on and off erratically. Is that some kind of hint? And that word she used, combination. Okay. Start the elevator buttons. Maybe I'm supposed to push these in a certain combination. If I press the floor buttons in a certain order, I might be able to get to the 6th floor. But what's the order? I've got no idea. Got to think. There has to have been a clue somewhere inside Masquerade. The elevator puzzle. Let's see. Okay. So, let's check our memo that I have. Banshee already gave me the hint. It has to do with the pictures. Okay, so... I'm trying to figure out how to, Alright, let's use that normally. Let's go to the 4th floor. Take a look at the picture here. Masquerade wife. Girl running down a trail. Back into the elevator. Use it normally. Go to the 5th floor. That's the elevator. And here we have a picture of a masked wife holding hands with a child. Okay, so if I try and put these in order. 4, 2, 1, 5, 3. So the 4th floor, the 2nd floor, the 1st floor, the 5th floor, and then the 3rd floor. I don't get it. But apparently that's the combination. I had to look it up. Try the combination. Okay. So let's go with 4. Push the button for the 4th floor. 2. 1. 5. And 3. Okay. It worked. Okay. The elevator door opens and... musty stench greets me. That's not all. This smell is blood.
Sensei.
Red Riding Hood's voice drifts on the wind. I've been waiting for you. No, I doubt my words will reach her, but I feel like I have to at least say it. I'm not the one you respect. I'm not the one you're waiting for. Liar. You always lie. I'm not lying. I'm really not. A scream splits the night. It's the same one I heard during the spider torture. Stop. Stop this. This won't accomplish anything. That's why, this time, I'm going to test you.
教えて
Tell me the truth. Oh crap. Hi there. Aren't you lovely? The spiders fly out of the darkness and start crawling all over my body. The swarm of spiders keeps coming. Yeah, I don't like that. Activate the massager. Shit. I take the massager out of my bag, hold it against my body, and hit the switch. This worked before. Spiders start acting strangely. They all scramble away. Awesome. Red Riding Hood lets out a ghastly sigh. Glittering white threads fly through the air from her mouth. She's trying to use her spider silk. Here. How about a horse head? Haven't found a use for it yet. I hold the horse head over mine as protection. Strangely enough, the threads seem drawn to it and only wrap around the horse head. Goodbye. Okay, sir? Who's in the wrong? I did what was right. That's for the law to decide. Red Riding Hood is staring at me. Sir, the only thing that matters is your life. You know a person's worth. Shut up, shut up! Red Riding Hood screams again. Then her maddening eyes glare at me. Sir? How do I look to you? Attractive. Not really. If you go for spider girls, sure. What do you like about me? Your honesty? She's getting way too close. It says I survived, but I don't feel like I did. Kill the traitor? Together? Red Riding Hood's figure wavers, then smashes through the window and off into the night. Okay. Did she just jump? The bustling city can be heard out the window. I wipe my sweaty brow with my shirt sleeve. Something touches my cheek. Something's floating in the darkness. A thread? As I follow it with my eyes, I realize that it's wrapped around my wrist. Uh-oh. Something yanks me toward the window. This is not good. I brace my legs and try to resist. All in vain. I'm thrown out into the night sky. I scream as I plummet. No, I should be rushing toward the ground. Just as I give up all hope. A strong jolt makes me look up. A man struggles to hold onto my arm, his teeth gritting with effort. Stupid idiot! Mashita? Shut up and give me your other hand. Hurry up, grab onto me. Right. He desperately tries to pull me up, and after what feels like an eternity of struggling, I make it over the ledge and tumble safely back inside the hotel. The only sound that can be heard is our gasps for breath as we sit in the darkness. Why did you ignore my orders? Mashita spits words out between wheezes. Sorry. This isn't the time to be making excuses. I might be better off shutting up. Idiot. Try putting yourself in my shoes. Is she gone? I think so. The window. Still trembling as I point to the broken window. She threw herself out of it. She might have been trying to take me with her. No, not you. That Sir person. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Can you walk? Let's go. Mashita slowly stands and looks at me. Nicely done. That wasn't bad work for an amateur like you. Amateur my ass. It stopped raining. The cool wind on my cheek hints at autumn. I'm going to drop by and see Damon. I'd like to see how the others are doing. Yeah. What? Hand me the car key. No, I can drive. Have you completely gone mad? Look at your hands. I glance down at them, only to suddenly realize they're still shaking. You just faced down a spirit. You can't drive in that condition. The choice I made, for me, I take the key out of my pocket and toss it to Mashita. The choice made for me. Yay. The corner pocket... The corner parking lot. Pocket. Oh, I can't read right now. Right. You rest here. Yeah. His figure melts into the darkness. As I watch him go, I notice something down on the wet asphalt. It's... a dead spider. It lay there, legs all curled up, almost as if it was desperately trying to hold on to something. Are you satisfied now? Then let's go home. I gently pick the spider up. I wrap it in my handkerchief and put it in my pocket. I would not have done that. The car ride back is a blur. I sat and let Mashita's voice wash over me like background radio noise. I remember wondering if Red Riding Hood might have stolen a part of my soul. For the investigation today, Moe tipped us off on that testimony, remember. That helped me connect the dots. I realized a teacher was wrapped up in the case. teacher from a school near the hotel was arrested for breaking the law. What does that have to do with anything? There was an odd part in Aiko's testimony. They were scared they'd be reported, but nothing ever happened. In other words, Esko never went to the police after telling to the teacher. Or maybe more, she couldn't go. I frown as I try to put the pieces together. I think I'm too spaced out, as it's not making sense. You'd never make it as a detective. Can he just drop that? I don't plan on becoming one anyway. There's only one possible answer. This Sir person Esko trusted so deeply was one of Masquerade's customers. What? I feel like I've been hit at the side of the head, and not with a pillow, more like a lead pipe. The one she sought salvation from ended up being a criminal. The definition of irony. Mashita glances out the window and chuckles dryly. The bitter sound fits both our moods. It was the teacher in Mora, the one mentioned in Aiko's testimony. I saw a photo of him. He was thin, tall, the type popular with students. Well, I suppose. He glances back at me through the mirror. You might say he wasn't too unlike you. Mashita suddenly tosses a file at me. Those are the research results. Look them over if you want to know more. Results? I flipped through the thick, bundled paper. There are a set of very well-organized documents. It would have taken a lot of time to gather this amount of info. Yeah, I'm sure it would have. Then it hits me. Wait a second. Mashita just said that he connected the dots with the help of Moe's testimony, which means he knew all of this before we started our investigation tonight. You knew everything. I just said I put it all together when I heard the testimony, but I decided not to tell you just in case. Why? If I had known I could have... What would you have done? His tone turns mocking as he laughs. You would have just sympathized too much and let down your guard. You should be grateful I didn't. Mashita leaves me with the research file and heads to Damon's hospital. Now that I'm alone, I can keep my 3 hospitalized friends out of my mind. But there's nothing I can do for them right now. I've done everything I can. I bolster myself with that information. I spread Mashita's documents over on the table. Exhausted, but I feel like I need to go through them today. Who in the world was Red Riding Hood? If Mashita was right, the truth should be right in front of me. New info. Mashita's report. And... this is going to be, I think, the bad ending. So, let's take a look at how it plays out. Rest for today. Little Red Riding Hood end. And so the case surrounding Masquerade quietly comes to a close, leaving an invisible scar on that dark street. The lives lost there will never return, and neither will their trampled dignity. I lost something as well. Hiru, Banshee, and Sho's condition worsened after that. They were immediately transferred to a larger hospital. Because of that, they narrowly escaped death, but their psyches will remain forever damaged. According to Damon, the chances of them ever recovering are very thin. To have this happen to people who were only trying to lend me a hand, maybe it would have been better if I had just died from the fall out Masquerade's window. I struggle to get through each and every day. If this is Red Riding Hood's revenge, then I can admit that it's effective. A week later. Machida suddenly shows up on my doorstep. Before I even open my mouth, he pulls out an envelope and tosses it on the table. I'm here to deliver this. It's your reward. What a joke. Rewarded for letting that happen to my friends? How should I know? The client asked me to do this. That's all. I did my job and handed it over. The rest is in your hands. Damn, what a pain. Machida turns and curses under his breath, but I can still hear everything he says. That's all you came for? No, there's one other thing. I learned something from this past case. What's that? Something about you. You're suited for this work after all. That again? Sorry, but I'm done. No more. Just hear me out. There have been more mysterious cases like masquerades popping up lately. I thought it might be Mark related, but it seems like I was wrong. He stops for a moment, then mutters, Haya ki Yagyo, a monster's parade. Oh crap. Have you heard anything about it? Yeah, sure, in ghost stories. But he's clearly asking about something that's happened in the real world. No, I haven't. That's so. I figured you, of all people. Forget it. First he asks me, then he tells me to forget it. He only cares about his own bottom line. Machida glances briefly at the sofa in the corner of the room. Might have known something. Sorry, but I don't. But I can't. I just don't have the energy. I'm not saying right now. I'm sure Yasuoka will wait until you're 100%. I'm not pushing you either. That's all I wanted to say. No, wait, I have one last bit of advice. Quit doing stuff like that. Like what? You picked up that dead spider, didn't you? You saw? Just out of the corner of my eye. That's why darkness follows you. Your ancestors probably had pity on her too. The living and the dead can't coexist. If you try to accept their feelings, you'll just end up getting pulled in. I'll keep that in mind. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Machida just snorts derisively, like usual.
せいぜいよく考えろ。望まなくてもいずれその時が来る。
Sure. He leaves, closing the door behind him. That marks the end of the case and the end of one chapter in my story. But someday in the future, I can't help but think, what door will be thrown open again? Well, with that, I think I'll try and get a different ending. If there's nothing coming up next. Yeah, okay, figured. Alright, I'm gonna go see if I can get a different ending. Maybe a better one where I can actually save people. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. We're here before the fight in the elevator. And it's time to, well, try and get a better ending. Okay, so the password is... blah, blah, blah. Okay. Use the combination. 4, 2, 1, 5, 3. Okay. I'm going to be fast forwarding a bit until I get to the part where I need to be. Alright, so I'm going to use the massager. Hi there! Okay. Now we need the wooden horse head. Alright. And now she's creeping me out. Do something wrong. I only did what was right. That's for the wall to decide. The Riding Hood staring at me. Sure, come with me. The only thing that matters is your life. How do you know a person's worth? Alright, don't yell at me. Yeah. Sir, how do I look to you? Well, we met too late. What do you like about me? Your honesty? Okay, this should give me the good ending. I hope. Safe. Well, that's the Red Riding Hood's figure wavers, but smashes through the window and off into the night. Did she jump? The bustling city can be heard out the window. I wipe my sweaty brow with my wrist sleeve. Something touches my cheek. Something floating in the darkness. A thread? Oh boy, here we go, out the window. And plummet. And Mashita, great catch. A strong jolt. Thank you, Mashita. Now get me out of here. Alright. All of this is pretty much the same until we get back to the mansion. So, I'm fast forwarding quite a bit. spider. Alright. Puts it in his pocket. And all of that's the same. Okay, that's good. Back at the mansion. And time to rest and see the other ending. Hopefully it's a better ending. And so the case surrounding Masquerade quietly comes to a close, leaving an invisible scar on the dark street. The lives lost there will never return, and neither will their trampled dignity. The only thing that saves that disaster is that my friends survived. Hiru, Banshee, and Sho all regained consciousness after that. They got out of it with no lasting symptoms and are recovered enough to go back to their lives. Damon concluded that the affliction inhabited the soul, very much like the mark. In that case, maybe Red Riding Hood was finally released from that horrible nightmare, just like the spirits that gave people the mark. If anything good came about because of this case, that would be it. A week later. Coming in? Sure, why not? Machida suddenly shows up on my doorstep. Before I even open my mouth, he pulls out an envelope and tosses it on the table. I'm here to deliver this. It's your reward. Take it and get out of here. I don't need it. I didn't do it because I wanted a reward. How should I know? The client asked me to do this, that's all. I did my job and handed it over. The rest is in your hands. Damn, what a pain. Machida turns and curses under his breath, but I can still hear everything he says. That's all you came for? No, there's one other thing. I learned something from this past case. And what's that? Something about you. You're suited for this work, after all. Really? That again? Sorry, but I'm done. No more. Just hear me out. There have been more mysterious cases, like masquerades, popping up lately. Thought it might be Mark-related, but it seems like I was wrong. Ah, okay, so everything from this point on is probably going to be the same as last time. So I'm going to fast forward. Blah, blah, blah. So, do you want my help? The old lady, Yasooka, seems to think you could do some good. I do too. That's all I wanted to say. No, wait, I have one last bit of advice. Quit doing stuff like that. Like what? You picked up that dead spider, didn't you? You saw it? Just out of the corner of my eye. That's why darkness follows you. Your ancestors probably had pity on her too. The living and the dead can't coexist. If you try to accept their feelings, you'll just end up getting pulled in. I'll keep that in mind, really. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Machida just snorts, like usual.
望まなくてもいずれその時が来る。
Sure, I will give it some thought. He leaves, closing the door behind him. That marks the end of this case and the end of one chapter in my story. But someday in the future, I can't help but think that door will be thrown open again. And that's the end of Deathmark. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next project. So until then, see you guys.